All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, Shakur Stevenson responds to Gervonta Davis's camp about a statement they made on your boy's channel. They also made that statement on other channels as well, but shameless plug for me. Shakur Stevenson says, hey man, cryptic message, but we know full well who it is. Look, man, some of these top-ranked fighters are made to look good because they are fighting, good fighters, but guys that are nowhere near their levels. So you have a top young amateur, he's going to look good against those guys. That doesn't mean that they're ready for me. Whoa, that's shots fired. Let's talk about that in this video. Abdullah Mason, Jaron Ennis, Errol Spence, Gervonta Davis. All these people have something in common. First time I heard about them, I heard about people praising them like they were a world champion, or it was just a matter of time until they got there. All of which, obviously not Abdullah Mason, have come true and came true in flying colors. So here you have Shakur Stevenson, who is the number 1 or number 2 lightweight in the world, depending on who you ask. And I asked Kenny Ellis who he thought was the number 2 guy in the division, because I couldn't believe that he actually said he thought it was Abdullah Mason over Shakur Stevenson. Well, listen specifically to what he says, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about what Shakur had to say and whether I agree with Shakur or not in this. Let's do that real fast.
Why you got Abdullah Mason, dog? Don't you? You got to tell me if you trolling with that Abdullah Mason and Shakur.
No, man. I'm not trolling with Shakur or anybody. Abdullah Mason, man. Kid is I think he just turned 20. He's 19 years old. And, these guys, how you say you got to grow into your man strength? He getting them out of there now. He getting them out there at 19, 20 years old. He getting them out of there. What do you think he's going to do at 24, 25? When he mature as a man?
Get beat by Keyshawn? Get beat by Keyshawn?
Yeah. He don't play with his food, man. These guys, a lot of these guys play with their food.
Yes, sir.
He gonna clean his plate off, man. First chance he get. If he gets you hurt, he gonna finish you. That's what he got a lot in common with Tank,
Okay, so yes, sir.
And I know talent when I see it. Just like I said it on somebody else's podcast when I first seen Trinidad come over here, 20 years old, he fought Maurice Blocker out of DC. I said, man, that kid gonna be something. And look how far Trinidad went, All
right, so as you see, Kenny Ellis wasn't playing. He was very specific, said exactly why, talked about his man strength, talking about what he's going to be when he gets fully all the way up there, and just says, hey, man, this dude is a special kid, and he thinks he's the number 2 guy in the lightweight division. Now, when Shakur says, look, man, basically that Top Rank does a great job of developing people, and they're making the dude look a lot better than he is at this point in time, but you really won't know until he steps it up. That's what Shakur Stevenson says. And I know Shakur Stevenson doesn't like Gervonta Davis's team telling him that a prospect is better than a world champion already. However, I got to tell you, dog, that Abdullah Mason to me looks extremely like the real deal. I can't tell you that I see what I saw in Jaron, because I was just a lot more attentive on Jaron coming up than I was for Abdullah Mason. I've watched all of Abdullah Mason's fight, but I don't know, like the beginning, because he's so young and he looked just like such a little baby, man, that I was like, because he's not too much He's like a year older than my son. So to me, he just looks like a young kid. But man, that young kid is really, man, he's really running through these dudes, man. And when you got world champions and you got some of the people like the commentators and people in my channel that come by, man, the people that come by this channel really, really know boxing, man. They really, really know boxing. I mean, in all kind of different ways. We got some people that really understand business. We got some people that really understand the X's and O's in that ring on another level. And they are talking about very highly of Abdullah Mason. So I'm not going to say that this can't be true. Because you better believe when I was a kid, I was in the same situation when I was telling my brother about Muhammad Ali, about Michael Jordan versus Dr. J, and be like, look, man, I don't care how many. I know Dr. J got a ring and this kid don't. I know Dr. J was all of this and all of that all during the 70s and all. Now I know he is, but this kid's better. You're going to see this kid's better than him. He's better. And what happened? Boom. You could see it. It just, it took people time to see it. So maybe it's just going to take me a little bit of time to see the totality of it with Abdullah Mason. But you better believe my eyes are wide open with this kid. My eyes are wide open with this kid. I ain't missing any of his fights. I'm definitely looking at this dude like he's one of the top dudes in boxing or going to be positioned as being one of the top dudes in boxing. And it's going to be interesting to see as how his personality starts coming to the forefront, his how he handles himself in business, what type of man he is, all that type of stuff is going to come out over the next several years, over the next decade or so with a young man like that at the age that he's in, the age that he's at. And I'm going to enjoy the ride, bro. I'm going to enjoy the ride with Shakur, Gervonta, all these dudes, man. Hopefully with all of this, with, Devin having taken a little bit of a little bit of a getting clipped on the knee a little bit, just a little boo-boo. He'll be back up and running soon. But with that, hopefully we'll end all of the internal nonsense going on in Black American boxing. And there can be more solidarity and unity, at least in the discussions why these guys are getting ready to whoop each other. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And thank you so much. And shout out to Puerto Rico. And shout out to all the Latino fans who watch the channel. If you listen to the channel this long, bro, I talk about Black American boxing because I'm a Black American and I love Black American boxing. But I ain't got nothing but respect for all the wonderful things that the Latino fighters, especially U.S. citizens like the Puerto Rican fighters, do for the sport. So I just wanted, in case somebody messed up and thought maybe I was Puerto Rican because I had this shirt on. No, just got a lot of love and a lot of solidarity to people that, that have always treated me very, very well. So salute. Anyway, with that, I'm out. Deuces.